Hey, and welcome to Mike and the Triple G. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me today, spending a little bit of your time. I really appreciate it. So it's 4th of July weekend here in Wyoming, so happy 4th to everyone who's watching. Now, as you know, I've done a little truck stop living in the past couple of weeks here out in Colorado. And while I was out there, I met a cool couple, Andy and Austin. They are camping with Champ. So I got to learn a couple things about being a couple living on a bus. So let's jump right in. All right, here we are, camping with Champ. It's camping with Champ, right?
Camp Champ.
Camp
Right.
Champ. All right. So, well, first off, what's your names?
I'm Andy.
And I'm Austin.
Excellent, excellent. So, you guys are full-time nomads, it looks like.
We are full-time, full-time. It's about a year now almost. So last August, we
Okay.
moved into the van, hit the road in October.
Wow. How do you like it?
It's great, man. I mean, it's been an awesome experience. It's a lifestyle that requires a lot of work, but it's worth it, man. It's gonna be great. What you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, the work is worth what you get out of it, in my opinion. So It's
Absolutely.
been amazing.
Absolutely. Cool. So, so I'm always curious, what was that leap of faith that you took to get here, to like finally go on this type of journey? What was it for you guys?
Yeah, so it was kind of a dream we both had independently. And then we started dating in 2018 and realized we shared that dream.
Wow.
And so when our companies weren't requiring us to come into work, we decided this will be as good a time as any to just go and try it out. So we took a little test trip for about 3 weeks in 2020
Yeah.
and then ended up with the bus. So,
Wow,
We
that's
just went
cool.
for it, man.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, and I always wonder because I'm a solo bus guy over here, so I've always wondered what is it like to actually be a couple in a bus, and like what is the ups and downs of that? Is there any like good times, bad times, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest challenge for me is, we have full-time jobs that are remote, and you kind of can't be all in on both. You kind of have to manage the work with all the fun on the weekends.
Of
So,
course.
you can't like always just dive into the things that are, just like kind of come across. You kind of have to do a lot of planning, at least in our situation. So I think that's been like the toughest part, is just making sure we get our work done and planning all the cool stuff that we want to do. And then honestly, there's just a lot of friction with daily bus life. You got to change the water or change the toilets or make sure that you have good internet or whatever it might be. So some of
Right.
like the daily friction can be hard, but I mean, we've seen parts of the country that we never would have planned to go to that have been amazing and beautiful. So, like I said, it's all been worth it. It's been great to see all these cool things that we've done about our lives. So, what do you think?
I think the relationship piece of it, one of the best pieces of advice we got was that going on the road won't fix problems that you had before you were on the road.
Right.
And so if you're going to do this with a partner, just
Yeah.
be real solid in that relationship because you're not
Yeah.
showering as much. There are smells.
Right.
There's personal space, and you time can be difficult to come by. And so we try and schedule in a little bit of that. Just,
Yeah.
close the door or go for a coffee by yourself. But
Pretty good.
it's been great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Cool. So now, did either one of you guys have any specific passions that you really love that you kind of brought with you with your bus journey?
I mean, I think the obvious one is travel.
Yeah.
And so I'd done a bunch of international travel prior to this, and then decided to just kind of check out. We hadn't really seen our own backyard, or at least a whole lot of it. So I think that's an obvious one. In a past life, I was a climber, and so we thought we would get out climbing more, but haven't gotten to do that yet. Once or twice, but not as much as maybe we would have liked.
Yeah.
And then fishing, I would think. is
Yeah,
yours.
I love the flatfish.
Oh, same
being,
here.
Out west, which is where we spend most of our time, is great. I like the snowboard, although we're not exactly ready for the winter, the cold temperatures in this
Yeah,
thing. So
yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
done too much of that, but hiking, just being outdoors and just kind of traveling and checking everything out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, lastly, I always love to ask this question. If there's any advice that you could give my viewers on, if they want to take this leap of faith, if they want to go out and enjoy all of the cool things and the bad things and the awesome things of bus life, what would it be?
For me, I would say just like think about it carefully. Don't take the decision lightly. I don't think I would recommend it lightly. I mean, it's been worth it, but you have to really want to be out here to make it work, I think.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be working as well, just make sure you set time every week to plan.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be a lot less stressed, and you'll be hitting all those things and making sure you feel like you did a spot right, and did it big. And you really just sit down and figure out what you want to do and how you're going to do it.
Yeah. Cool.
And then I think for me, it's be open. Like we've made some awesome friends on the road. People of all different backgrounds and ages and, you know, states of origin. And so I think being open is a big one. And have a positive mindset, because it's not all going to go perfectly.
Right.
And so if you sulk in that, it's going to be a bad time. But if you just kind of take the ups and downs,
Be willing to audible.
stay positive,
Yeah.
it'll be a good time.
Yeah.
But do it, just full send.
Yeah, do it. I would
You got to
yeah.
commit. So.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much,
Yeah.
and
Of course, man.
I look forward to seeing you guys on your journey.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
Cool. Thank you.
All right.
So what do you think about that? Andy and Austin, super cool couple, wicked relaxed. I met them at the truck stop. They had some great things to say, as you could hear. So one of the things I want to dive right into is personal space. Man, they're a couple on a bus, and I don't know that dynamic, so I had to ask. And as you heard Austin say, you know, there are smells, there are personal space, and all sorts of things to consider. Not only that, but you're going to have to go and do the small things that you got to do in the bus, like cleaning out the latrine or getting water, internet. You know, they work full time on the bus, so you know you have to balance that work and the fun bus life, you know, in order to make it all work. So there's a lot of working pieces in that, but they handle it well, and I loved it. Positive attitude, that was huge, and I can attest to that as well. You got to have a positive attitude. So I want to thank them so much for coming on my channel. I really appreciate it. I hope to see all of you guys out on the trail at some point. So till next time, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you then.